All righty. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And thank you for joining me today. You'll notice that everyone here is a person in the city who has a direct hand in our city's revenue. We want to thank Collector Greg Daly, Jason Fletcher from the Comptroller's Office, and Treasurer Adam Lane for joining me today. When I first introduced the fiscal year 25 budget, we mentioned that it included a $26 million contingency based on pending litigation and legislation concerning our city's earnings tax. Well, thanks to the work of my administration and our state lobbyists, we defeated legislation at the state level that would have significantly reduced or eliminated our city's earnings tax. Last Friday, a settlement was reached with the plaintiffs in the Bowles versus City of St. Louis case, which will affect our city's budget going forward. This is why the contingency was included, to protect our city's essential services from a tax on St. Louis's single largest source of revenue, the earnings tax. The city's earnings tax is only 1%. Other cities in the U.S. have earnings or income taxes, and St. Louis and Kansas City are the lowest in the country. For example, Detroit is 2.4%, Cleveland is 2.5%, Pittsburgh is between 1% and 3%, Philadelphia is 3.75%, and our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., ranges anywhere from 4 to 10%. The earnings tax helps pay for roads that everyone drives on when they're headed to work, to a baseball or hockey game or soccer game, to a concert, or to our world-class parks and other amenities. It pays for police officers and the first responders who help if there's an emergency. And it pays for much more of what makes St. Louis such an incredible city. I'm grateful to the residents of St. Louis and our region who contribute to the earnings tax. Your contribution to the city of St. Louis, the cultural and business hub of our region, is something to be proud of. We want you to continue that contribution, and we want to protect that contribution today and well into the future. That's why I am announcing the formation of the city's first long-term revenue advisory council. Executive Order 80 will establish a 12-member advisory board that's charged with exploring and recommending strategies for long-term diversification, stability, growth, and sustainability of revenue in the city of St. Louis. This council will meet monthly and will present a report that summarizes the issues they've studied and the recommendations for long-term sustainability of our city's revenue within 6 months. When I talk to city residents around the city, they can consistently stress the importance of vital funding for vital municipal services like public safety, infrastructure, support for our youth and young people, attractive public spaces, refuse and recycling services, and more. The Long-Term Revenue Advisory Council will be made up of individuals who understand the importance of this issue from the government, the private sector, and the community, and I am excited to see the recommendations that they offer. Thank you all for joining us today, and God bless.